And it does say on the front, doesn't it? United Kingdom.
The passport of Ruth Williams tells the tales of travel throughout the 60s and 70s.
Italy.
Each stamp chronicling her journey around the world as a dancer, from Toronto, Nairobi, Bridgetown, to name a few. But her home, as far as she was concerned, was always the UK. That was until she went to renew her passport.
So in 1980, I went to the passport office to renew my British passport, which you've seen. And they said I couldn't have my passport renewed.
After October 1979, the country where Ruth Williams was born became independent. She says passport office officials told her at the time that she'd have to go to the St. Vincent and Grenadines embassy to get new travel documents, a request that she didn't feel comfortable with.
And I remember my dad, he got me a British passport. They got it all sorted out. I only knew a British passport. I didn't know any other passports because I left St. Vincent and came straight to England. So that changed my life completely and my children's life too.
This was the start of her immigration problems. They affected her family and her life was turned upside down.
Sold my house, which I just bought in Twickenham. I took my young son, who was about 7 years old at the time, took him out of school and went back to St. Vincent.
The Home Office, in response to your claims for compensation, have claimed that you left England voluntarily to go to St. Vincent to look after a relative. So therefore, in their eyes, they don't see them having to pay you compensation.
That's a complete lie. That's a complete lie. I travel. I always come back because this is my home. It has been since I was like 15 years old. This is all I know. I left England because I was made illegal here and they refused to give me to renew my British passport, which I've held for years. And that's why I had to leave.
Eventually, she made her way back to the UK, returning in 1999 and was given citizenship in 2016. But Ruth Williams says she's speaking out about her case now for the first time because she's worried that her Windrush compensation claim is taking too long. She's nervous about leaving it to her son to sort out because his immigration status is still unresolved. If he did put in a claim, it would be called an estate one. We put in a Freedom of Information request to the Home Office asking what happens to claims once a person dies. Only 8% of estate claims get compensation. And the Home Office is aware of 44 people who have died waiting for an offer. When asked specifically about Ruth Williams, the Home Office said they didn't comment on individual cases, but after we told them the details, they said to her they're looking into a new decision. In a statement, they said the whole government remains absolutely committed to righting the wrongs of the Windrush scandal. Already, we have paid more than £71 million in compensation to those affected, and we continue to make improvements so people receive the maximum award.
It's that culture of disbelief that we see time and time again within the Home Office.
Nicola Burgess is Ruth Williams' lawyer. She also represents other Windrush claimants.
We are seeing people passing away before they're able to make claims for compensation or while they're waiting for a decision from the Home Office.
There was a recommendation that the Home Office review should be made independent. How much would that help?
It shouldn't be the Home Office administering the scheme at all. They are the party that caused the historic injustice in the first place. For an individual to then have to apply to them for compensation for the wrongs they've experienced, that in itself is wrong.
Still waiting for an outcome, years of appeals have shaken what Ruth Williams thought she knew about herself.
Do you feel British?
I did. I did until I had to go through all that. I haven't stolen, I haven't committed any crimes. There was nothing I did to upset the laws of Britain because I've always loved Britain and respected it.
What do you think is going to happen if this situation just continues?
I can see no future for us. I honestly can see no future unless we get some help. I'm dying. We are dying. It's killing us.
For Miss Williams, this is a waiting game she no longer wants to play. And the only fair outcome in her eyes is the compensation she believes she deserves.